Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Simply Sports here with me. I am Kaja, and if you are new, I want you to please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're not new, you've been here. You know how I feel about you. I appreciate you. You guys, I don't know about you, but for me, every time I see an interview as of late with Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, they're becoming more and more legacy conversations. And it's really at a point now where it's really starting to really sink in that in the next few years, these three greats will no longer be in the NBA, at least as NBA players. Now, maybe Steph might be Coach Curry or, who knows, right? Coach James, that has a good ring to it, right? But listening when you watch the games, they're always talking about their ages, and with LeBron, especially, how much longer will he be here for the time catching up, all these different things. And there's a part of me that has, I guess, finally begun to accept it, although I don't want to. And I'm going to play this clip really quickly, you guys, and then we'll get right into it.
Moving mid-season is one thing. Moving in the summer is maybe something else.
You got to ask front office about that. I never planned on leaving Phoenix, getting traded. I didn't ask for a trade from Phoenix. But obviously, when you pay so much for a team and we're not playing up to our expectation, somebody has to go, So, we probably should check in with those guys in the front office throughout the rest of the season and see how they feel about the team. I know that I'm going to keep trying to bring my best every single day. And I let the higher-ups focus on what's next.
Do you think about how much longer you want to do this, that you want to play?
Yeah, I think about it all the time. I don't see an end right now, but it could happen, it could not. But I'm just locked in on the next day.
When you think about the legacy you want to leave on the game, when people say Kevin Durant, you're one of the greats. What do you want people to say?
I just want you to respect the game. I want you to have fun watching my game. Because if you pull up footage, 20 years from now, I want you to really enjoy those 3 or 4 minutes you watching me play. And hopefully when they look at me, they can see that somebody who has a growth mindset, who's been expanding his game since day one. Some people want to be looked at as a worker, to be honest. Somebody that's going to come in here and do what's required to help the team. Everything else after that is just icing on top.
So you guys heard it, Kevin Durant, of course, talking about his time with the Suns and the fact that it might just be up in the summertime. Of course, not to something that he would like, but he understands that, of course, you have to perform. And the Suns, their big three, Kevin Durant, him, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, for whatever reason, many reasons, probably one being health, it just has not panned out the way that I'm sure Matt Ishbia would like. And they're not going to get rid of Devin Booker. He's young. He's not going to go anywhere. Kevin Durant is older, unfortunately. And then Bradley Beal has the no trade, clause in his contract. So he can't be moved unless he agrees to it. And it seems right now that he's perfectly fine where he is. I will say, I don't blame Kevin Durant for the big three not working out. I've seen a lot of comments and heard some comments from different analysts about why the big three has been a failure. And of course, they mentioned where he, has gone to other places, on the Nets, and how that didn't work out. And here he's now at the Suns, he's just jumped from, team to team, so to speak. And he hasn't really been a leader of, his a team of his own. To that I say, I don't blame this on Kevin Durant, honestly speaking. I really blame this on the owner. I feel like he came in as a first-time NBA owner, and he had all that money and didn't necessarily know what to do with it in terms of how to build a successful championship caliber NBA team. What he brought in was offense. Sometimes I feel like we expect, or owners expect, that you bring in 3 greats, 2 greats, and automatically it's supposed to just mesh, and bam, championship is born. And that's not how it always works out. That's not how it pans out. These 3 specifically have dealt with, injuries, with health. Devin Booker's healthy, and Bradley Beal's healthy. Kevin Durant's not healthy. KD's healthy, and Beal is healthy, but then Devin Booker's not healthy. I feel like we've seen them more, playing in twos and individuals, with the team than together. And I blame the owner because you have to have defense. You have to have depth on your roster. Matt Ishbia did not know how to build a championship winning team. He came in and I feel like he just gave all the money to the star players that he thought would lead them to a championship. And no one, to me, someone should have guided him and said, hey, don't give all your pieces. Don't give away all, your picks. Don't give away all your players. You got to keep some people there, But it is what it is now. This is where we are. And I feel like until they add some more depth to that bench, and they get some more talent on the defensive end. I love that they're playing Bobo. I mean, he's been sitting on the side for God knows how long. I'm glad that they finally started implementing him in the game because obviously he's someone who's an asset. He should never have been riding the bench this long anyway. But listening to KD talk about his legacy and how he must be remembered, I will say, let's just take a second, please, and woosah and stop trying to rush these greats out the door because once they are gone, I'm not sure if we'll ever see what we're seeing again. Yes, the game is going to continue to go on. It's going to evolve. There'll be more talented players coming in. You have the, international players, taking over the league as well. So I'm sure there'll be more exciting moments, but I'm not sure if it'll be like what we see with LeBron, oldest player, still giving the youngest run for their money, the most points in NBA history, Kevin Durant, 30,000 career points, Steph revolutionizing the three-point shooting. It's just a sight to hold. And I really wish that LeBron would have played in the All-Star game because I'm not sure if we'll see how many more All-Star games we'll see with those three together playing. It was great to watch him in the Olympics. Steph getting the gold medal that he won and he hadn't gotten there before. That's something he had on his bucket list. It was great to see all three of them playing together. Steph with the night night. There's so many great moments that I feel like we take for granted and we just keep trying to rush them out the door. Too much legacy, legacy, legacy. How much longer? How much longer? How much longer? Like, damn, like we know they're older, they're in their 30s, they're gonna retire, in the next few years. But let's just enjoy it now because these three never shoot the game. You could say a lot about Kevin Durant if you want. You can say that he cheated his legacy because he went, from OKC to the Warriors, but he's still a two-time NBA champ. He went back to back. They would have three-peated had he not been hurt. He's a part of a dynasty. No matter how you judge it or feel about it, that cannot be erased. He's a two-time, Finals MVP. So much can be said about Kevin Durant. I mean, when you think about the youngins that look up to him, Ant-Man being the loudest one, a lot of them wouldn't be here had it not been for Kevin Durant inspiring and influencing them. Steph changing the way we, shoot, the way people shoot, playing the game with the three-point shooting. There's not a basketball court that you cannot go to anywhere or even a team in the NBA where you don't see constant three-point shooting at a high value. And no matter how many people actually do it, it does not look the same way as Steph. It is just effortless when he does. And LeBron James is LeBron James. These three also, as talented as they are on the court, think about who they are off the court, even more importantly. LeBron and Steph are family men. KD, obviously, I think he's single. I don't know 100%, but he doesn't have any kids. He's not, married to my knowledge. But they've never been arrested. You don't hear or see them, doing anything crazy on social media. You don't really hear about any crazy drama in their personal lives, things of that nature. So it's just obviously speculation, you guys. So don't go there in the comments, but I'm talking about legit, things happening in real life in real time. It's just a pleasure to watch as a fan. And I really hope that when it's all said and done for Kevin Durant specifically, we don't as fans or even as sports analysts, on television, take away from his greatness because there is just something about Kevin Durant. He may not come across as the boisterous leader that people might want him to be. He may not, come out and he may not seem like he leads the locker room or he's a leader of men, but that's okay. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't need to be. He's Kevin freaking Durant. He is who he is. He plays the game the way he plays it on his own terms, and that's okay. That is okay. We don't need him to be a leader if he's not a leader. He shows up, he leads by example, he leads by his level of play. Steph, KD, LeBron, as old as they are, they are still giving the young ones a run for their money. And when I'm thinking about it, sitting here talking to you guys, I'm like, Steph retires, okay, LeBron retires. There are a lot of talented players up and coming, right? The Ant-Mans, the SGAs, Luca, who else? Devin Booker. I mean, there's so many. Giannis, he's a little bit older, but he's still, right there. Just Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie is not, he's older, but he's still playing, obviously. I don't think he's retiring in the next few years. We'll have to wait and see. There are so many players, and I'm just thinking to myself, when these three leave, who can I see taking their place? I can't. I can't. And maybe it's just because it's too soon for me. And I'm a little bit embittered by it because I don't want to see them go. But I don't see anybody really taking that that torch and really carrying it over. I think we'll have a lot of great talented players, some superstars. Will we have mega stars like we do with LeBron, like we do with Steph? Global, you can go anywhere in a country, in a nation, seven seas, and it'd be complete pandemonium. I honestly and truly don't know. Obviously, time will tell itself, but it's not just who they are on the court, it's who they are off the court as well. And it's just something special about those three. And I hope that or wish that we stop taking that for granted and really enjoy what we have with those three right now for however long that we continue to have it. What do you guys think though about Kevin Durant and about his legacy, about Steph Curry, LeBron, about those three in general? What do you think about this whole thing? Do you feel like Kevin Durant's legacy is messed up for going to Golden State? And if you do or you don't, that's perfectly fine. But I want to know, what do you think Kevin Durant's legacy is from your perspective? Let me know in those comments, and of course, I will see you in the next video.